Hi, welcome to G4 Guitar. My name is David Hart. I am the program director. What I'm going to talk about on this video is practice. Practice is an essential element of learning to play the guitar. It's the hardest area for most people to set up and get started, but without it, you may as well not even begin. So what I'm going to talk about is first of all, I'm going to just tell you quickly what our motto is. Our motto is practice equals progress. So therefore, no practice equals no progress. So I'm going to actually do this by setting out 4 points. I just want you to remember these 4 points. If you remember nothing else from this video, just remember these 4 points. Point number 1 is routine. Point number 2 is rewards. Point number 3 is monitor. And point number 4 is motivate. So I'll just go through those once again. You might want to write those down. But point number 1 is routine. 2 is rewards, 3 is monitor, and 4 is motivate. So it's RRMM. So let's give it a go. Now, I'm going to start off with routine. Routine is the key to progressing on the guitar. If you do not establish a routine, you will always find the practice difficult. And this is the biggest problem that most people have, or the biggest mistake that they make when they start learning guitar, is that they practice one day, have 2 days off, practice the next day, have another 2 days off, etc. And they practice a little bit here, a little bit there, they get home, they get home late, they don't pick up the guitar, etc., etc. And then after about 4 or 5 or 6 weeks, they stop practicing altogether, simply because they're in no routine and they feel like it's not going anywhere anyway, so it's just all too hard, let's give up. With guitar, you need to, or with anything really, but just we'll stay with guitar. With guitar, if you do not establish that routine in those early few weeks, you'll lose your confidence very quickly. And as a parent, if you have a child learning guitar or learning music, you need to be very aware of this. They will lose their confidence if you don't help them establish a practice routine right from the word go. Now, what happens is that in our lives, that most people have very busy lives. Very few people that I speak to these days will say, "Oh, I have plenty of time, I do nothing." It's a rare occurrence. So what happens is that when you bring in something new like guitar, the motivation to want to play guitar is there, but the actual practice means that you're going to have to make some time. So here's what I suggest for establishing a routine. Start off by being a minimalist. So just do 10 minutes a day. Do that for your first week. In the second week, do 15 minutes a day. In your third week, go to 20 minutes a day. In your fourth week, 25, and by your fifth week, you should be doing half an hour a day. Now, if you can establish that and follow that pattern, therefore you're not sort of overdoing it. You're not asking yourself to do an hour a day. You're just saying, look, just 10 minutes a day. Anyone's got 10 minutes a day. Just squeeze that in somewhere. Do it at the same time every day. So establish that routine. Okay, let's move on to the next thing, rewards. With rewards, what you need to do is you have to reward yourself. We are naturally humans. It's a part of our psychology, our behavior. If we're not being rewarded for something that we're doing, we are more likely to give up. Now, the reward of guitar and guitar practice takes time, so you're not going to get the rewards immediately. This, with children, is critical, because if a child is learning guitar, they actually learn slower than an adult will. An adult will pick it up in the early stages faster. Learning as a child is actually better, because in the long term you're going to be better off. But here's the thing, is that if a child is learning guitar, they can't see the end of the road. They can't. It's too far, and to them it's just another chore. It becomes something that they almost dread. So what you got to do is make it something that's fun and exciting and rewarding. So what you do is you put small rewards in place, and those rewards might be anything from a chocolate to a toy, to an electric guitar, or to something that they really want, and you buy anything. Just something that connects what they do to an end result. And you need short term and you need longer term. So in other words, if you put little things day by day, so each time that they practice, you might simply write in their log, their practice log, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. Add it up. When you get to 100 minutes, we're going to get you a chocolate. whatever it happens to be, just work out what it is. So rewards, very important. The third one is monitor. Monitoring your practice. We supply, in the G4 Guitar Method, we supply a practice log. You need to write your practice in there. Monitoring your practice is like investing, putting your money in the bank. You need to see how much is going in there. You want to balance. You want to say, how much have I put in there so far? Because if you don't know what you put in there for. You can't see how far you've come. It's really important that we know how far we've come, what we've invested. As we invest more time into something, then we can start to see the results for the time that we put in. So if you put in 10 minutes a day to start off with, then over a month you'll see that start to accumulate. If you're not monitoring, well, let's say you are monitoring your practice, but you only do 10 minutes every 3 days, you can see the difference after a month. You can see, wow, I haven't had a great month, I haven't been putting in a lot of practice, therefore I shouldn't expect results, and then you can move on from there. So that's very important, monitoring. The fourth one is to motivate yourself. Motivation, again, is critical. So often when we start guitar, we're very motivated. We hear a song, or we see someone play, we go to a concert, and obviously we're motivated, especially if you're starting lessons. We've put our money up there, we've gone and bought a new guitar, we've done all the things that we need to do to get started. Bang, we jump in there, we go in the first lesson with the idea that I'm going to just do everything, I'm going to go hard, and then after a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, depends on the individual, we start to drift, and we start to sort of, other things come into it, and then it's like, this is not so important, I don't know if I really want to do it, etc., etc. So what you have to do is just keep yourself motivated by, first of all, what I would suggest is write a journal. Start off by writing what initially motivates you, right from that word go. And then as you go down that road, go back to your journal and see, what was it that sparked me off in the first place? As I said, it could be a song, an artist, a CD, a YouTube video that you've seen. Go back to that, reignite yourself, and away you go. But also make sure you build on it. So build up a library of things, whether it be a song library, etc., to keep you going. Motivation, very important. If you're a parent and you're working with children, it's very important to keep them motivated. So that may mean getting involved with them musically, sitting down, having a little bit of fun with them. Say, teach me guitar. That always motivates children. You show me how do I learn? What do I do as an adult? And children will love that. So you make it a fun thing and experience for them, and keep them motivated. So I'll just go through those 4 points again briefly. Routine. So establish the routine. Remember, start off with 10 minutes a day. Rewards. Give yourself or your child rewards. Reward yourself each step of the way. Make it enticing so that you want to do it. So you get to the end of the road and you reward yourself. Third one is monitor. Make sure you're monitoring constantly what you're doing by using the practice log that we supply, and also maybe doing a YouTube video. Record yourself, whatever. Record the steps. Watch yourself progress. The fourth one is, of course, motivate. So what we want to do is make sure that we're constantly motivating ourselves by remembering the things that motivate us. Keep a list, a log, or whatever, a journal, anything that will keep you aware of the things that motivate you. So that's my advice: routine, rewards, monitor, motivate. Those 4 things have always worked for me. I very rarely have a problem practicing. I love practicing, and I love progressing. So if you want to be on that track and move forward, you absolutely can, but you need to keep those 4 things in mind. Thank you, and I will see you on another video. Bye-bye.